Hello friends, today I am going to teach you the topic ambibag. So first is introduction. This is a basic airway management technique that allows for oxygenation and ventilation of patients until a more definitive airway can be established. Ambibag is basic airway management technique that allows for oxygenation and ventilation of patients so more airway can be established. The bag wall mask is an important skill to learn and it helps to practice on a mannequin to get the feel for the open and widely piece of equipments. The bag wall mask, so is also known as manual self-inflating bag. It is an important skill to learn and also to practice on a mannequin. Mannequin means a model of the human body used for putting clothes on in a shop window. So this is to get the feel for open widely equipments. Also used in cases where endotracheal intubation are non-breathing patients as well as to assist the respiration of a patient who is not adequately ventilating on his or her own. This is also used in the cases in endotracheal intubation or non-breathing patients also to assist the respiration of a patient who can ventilate on his or her own. It is comprised of a stiff rubber bag that acts to force air into the lungs, a valve that regulates pressure, and a mask that keeps a seal over the patient mouth. A stiff rubber bag acts to force air into the lung, a valve to regulate pressure, and the mask is to kept to seal over the patient mouth. BME ventilation is also appropriate for elective ventilation in the operation theatre when intubation is not required but is now often substituted by the pharyngeal mask airway. BME ventilation means bag mask ventilation is used for elective ventilation. Elective ventilation means it can maintain organ in a viable condition in the operation theatre. When intubation is not prepared, it is open for substituted by the pharyngeal mask airway. So next is anatomy and physiology of upper respiratory system. In humans, the respiratory tract is the part of the anatomy of the respiratory system involved with the process of respiration. The respiratory tract in humans is the part of the anatomy of the respiratory system that involves in the process of respiration. The respiratory tract is lined with the respiratory mucosa or respiratory epithelium. Air is breathed in through the nose or the mouth. Respiratory mucosa or respiratory epithelium is lined with the respiratory tract. So, through the nose or the mouth, the air is breathed. In the nasal cavity, a layer of nasal mucosa acts as a filter and traps pollutants and other harmful substances found in the air. In the nasal cavity, the nasal mucosa acts as a filter. It traps. Traps means to escape or difficult the harmful substance found in the air. Next, air moves into the pharynx, a passage that contains the intersection between the esophagus and the larynx. So, air moves into the pharynx that contains intersection. Intersection means to meet or cross each other. Intersection between the esophagus and larynx. The opening of the larynx has a special flap to cartilage the epiglottis and that opens to allow air to pass through but closes to prevent food from moving into the airway. The opening of the larynx has a special flap. Flap means a piece of material covering and opening. Flap of cartilage and epiglottis. So this allowed the air to pass through but it closes to prevent food from moving into the airway. The diagram is mentioned down. From the larynx, air moves into the trachea and down to the intersection known as the carina that branches from the right and left primary bronchi. From the larynx, there moves into the trachea and down to meet known as carina. It forms the branches from the right and left primary means main bronchi. Each of these bronchi branches into a secondary lobar branches that branches into tertiary segmental bronchi that branches into smaller airway called bronchioles that eventually connect with a tiny specialized structure called alveoli that function is gas exchange. So each bronchi branches into secondary and into tertiary branches that branch into smaller airway called bronchioles. This connect with the tiny structure called alveoli. That alveoli function is gas exchange. The lungs which are located in the thoracic cavity are protected from physical damage by the rib cage. So in the thoracic cavity, the lungs which are located are protected from physical damage by the rib cage. At the base of the lungs is a sheet of skeletal muscle called a diaphragm. So at the base of the lungs there is a sheet of skeletal muscle. The skeletal muscle is called diaphragm. The diaphragm separates the lungs from the stomach and intestine. So this diaphragm is separate the lungs from the stomach and also the intestine. The diaphragm is also the main muscle of respiration involved in breathing and is controlled by the sympathetic nervous system. The main muscle of respiration is diaphragm that involves in breathing and is controlled by the sympathetic nervous system. The lungs are encased in a serous membrane that folds in on itself from the pleura, a two-layered protective barrier. There are two-layered protective barrier in a serous membrane that folds in itself to form the pleura that are encased. Encased it means cover on enclosed in the lungs. The inner visceral pleura cover the surface of the lungs and the outer parietal pleura is attached to the inner surface of the thoracic cavity. There are two pleura, the inner and the outer. The inner visceral cover the surface of the lungs and the outer parietal is attached to the inner surface of the thoracic cavity. The pleura enclose a cavity called the pleural cavity that contain pleural fluid. This pleura encloses the cavity called the pleural cavity that contains pleural fluid. This fluid is used to decrease the amount of friction that lungs experience during breathing. So this fluid is used to decrease the amount of friction that lungs experience during breathing. So next is the parts of ambu-bag. The diagram is mentioned. Next is parts of ambu-bag. The first is non-breathing patient valve, and next is intake valve, and next is compressible self-refilling ventilation bag, next nipple for oxygen tubing, and next oxygen reservoir bag, and next oxygen reservoir, and next ambu mask, and next oxygen extension tubing. And next is techniques of use. The face mask should from tight seal on the patient face while fitting comfortably in the user's hand. The smallest mask is most desirable because it will cause least increase in dead space. Easy to hold and less likely to result in pressure on eyes. There is several methods. So first is on hand methods. The picture is mentioned down. The thumb and index finger of left hand are placed on mask, body on opposite side of connector, push downwards to prevent leak. The remaining three fingers are placed on the mandible, such that middle finger is applied to the mandum in ring finger on body of mandible and little finger at angle of mandible to give jaw thread anteriorly. And next is two-handed method. As it requires both hand, a second person is necessary for assistant to control the ventilation. As it requires both hands, a second person is helped in the procedure. Here thumb are placed on either side of the body of mask. Index finger are placed under the angles of jaw, mandible is lifted and head is extended. If a leak is present, downwards to pressure on a mask can be increased by anesthesiologist chin on the mask elbow. The picture is mentioned. Next is two-hand jaw thrust. One person stands and end of patients and performs jaw thrust with his left hand and at angle of left mandible, while his right hand compresses the reservoir back. The second person stands at the patient's shoulder facing first person. This person right hand cover the left hand of the first person and the left hand achieves right side's jaw thrust and mask C. Next is claw hand technique. It is useful for children undergoing short duration procedure. The anesthesiologist stands at the side of the bed facing the child. The face mask is applied to face by using the right hand with the palmar surface facing upwards. The ring and middle finger are placed under the angle of jaw. The index finger and thumb encircle the body mask.